Drodzy winopijcy, super szybkie pytania i jeszcze szybsze odpowiedzi. Wszystko o
STYRII.
Oglądajcie do końca. Where is Styria?
Southeast of Austria, actually on the border to Slovenia. It's maybe 2.5 hours from the Mediterranean Sea and 1 hour from the Alps.
Flat or hilly?
Hilly, of course.
What is the climate in Styria?
It's a mix of alpine and Mediterranean, and another mix with Pannonic climate. So it's late ripening because we have a lot of rain. The rainfall is between 900 and 1,100 millimeters, and I always say it's 300 millimeters too much. It's cold winters with lots of snow. It's warm summers, but it doesn't stay warm for a long time. Then it's raining, everything is cooling down again, and then it's heating up again. So we are able to harvest quite late until end of October.
So what is the geology in Styria?
There's three main rock formations. Most of it is sedimentary soil, partly from a sea, so calcareous soil, and partly stones from the Alps, which have been deposited. Then the second part is schist, which is in the Sausal area, and in my area we have volcanic soil, so from old volcanoes.
What are the three DAC of Styria?
So it's Weststeiermark DRC, Südsteiermark DRC and Vulkanland Steiermark DRC.
Can you describe wines from Vulkanland?
Yes. Vulkanland is a slightly warmer area than Südsteiermark and Weststeiermark. We're also a little bit lower in altitude, and our direction is more towards Pinot Gris, Traminer, but of course also Sauvignon Blanc, and they're just slightly more full-bodied with a spicy touch from the volcanic soil.
Can you describe wines from Styria, South Styria?
Always with a nice acidity. Some people even say it makes the tooth hurt, but I think it's really our main plus, because everywhere wine's getting bigger and richer, and we always keep the tension. We also have throughout the year a lot of rain, which also results in a good fruit. So there's always a nice aromatic component to the wines.
Fresh, with very complex flavors, and nice acidity, and I think they have a very good possibility to age well.
What is the most famous wine from Western Steiermark?
It's the crazy, I can call it crazy Schilcher. I always say that, people laugh. It's one of the oldest varieties. It's made from a blue grape, Blauer Wildbacher, and it's a very racy, refreshing rosé.
You have this crispy minerality coming from the gneiss, which these wines are growing on. Yeah?
Red or white wines mostly?
White wines.
What are the main grape varieties?
Sauvignon Blanc.
Welsh Riesling in terms of quantity, and then the Burgundy varieties, Pinot Blanc, Chardonnay.
Gelber Muscatella.
Can you describe Welsh Riesling?
I'll try. It's an old variety dating back to the K&K monarchy. So it's all over Austria and Hungary, Czech, Slovakia, northern Italy, Slovenia. And it's a very late ripening, elegant, light in alcohol, high in acidity, bone dry, refreshing white.
Welsh Riesling has actually nothing to do with Riesling, except that it's late ripening and high in acidity. The difference to Riesling is that it has not this intense varietal character. It's more neutral, but it shares the possibility to show the terroir very well. In Steiermark, we have, this is the wine we drink on the table, on every table in the Gasthaus or for lunch. It's a lighter wine, but in the last years there was improvement, and we made some wines which are great in texture and show great sense of place.
How do you call Chardonnay in Styria?
It's called Morillon, and it's not Morillon, anything fancy, it's Morillon like we speak, and it's only pronounced Morillon in Steiermark. It's very unique.
Why do you call it Morillon?
It dates back to the time after the phylloxera. We had to get new Chardonnay wines from Burgundy, from France, and there is a variety called Sauvignon Blanc, which is Chardonnay, and we use that name because we were not able to pronounce Chardonnay. True story.
Can you describe me the Chardonnay from Styria?
A wine which is a combination between mineralic flavors and a certain type of fruit, which is typical for our area. And our Chardonnays, so our Morillons, are unique in taste, very elegant, and they age very well. So I love to drink them after 5, 6 or 10 years in the bottle.
Morillon taste, you have more orange aromatic, and so the Chardonnay in the world more make in the cellar, and we say we make Morillon in the vineyards. And so we have a Styrian type of Chardonnay with fruit, but not too much power, more elegance.
How is Sauvignon Blanc from Styria?
I mean, there's nothing else like Styrian Sauvignon Blancs.
It's unique. If you want to make it quick, it's between old and new world, but we count ourselves towards the old world. So it's quite mineralic, acidic, as you know, has got a very spicy, herbal touch to it, and it's not really exotic. So it's not bone mineralic, but it's also not crazy fruity. So I think it's in a good balance and complexity.
We have so many different terroirs. You're starting from volcanic soils to schist. You have limestone, and you have also gravel. So it's so different. And all of these soils and all of these terroirs have very big influence in the style of the wine.
What is STK?
STK means Steirische Terroir und Klassik-Weingüter, which is more or less unpronounceable word for foreigners.
That's a very long and unpronounceable word. It's Steirische Terroir und Klassik-Weingüter. But that's why we shortcutted it. It's STK. It's a group of friends. Our fathers and mothers started it 30 years ago, and we are already the second generation. So we want to produce highest possible quality in Steiermark, put Steiermark on the map worldwide. And besides that, we are friends. Like our children go into school together, as we did, and so on. So it's very good to have fun.
Do you have some kind of classification in Styria?
Yes, we do. We are actually at the moment working on a full Styrian classification. My group, the STK, has invented one in 2007. It's a classic one, Burgundy style, I would say. It's Grand Cru, Premier Cru, Village, and then also one step below. But it's not only just a pyramid that we made up. It's connected with, we are saying, quality enhancing limits, depending, for example, the age of the wines. Everything has to be hand-picked. The bottling of the wines has to be very late, so it's not just a rating kind of thing. It's also quality-enhancing measures.
What does Ried means?
Ried is the Austrian term for single vineyard.
Ried is the cru in French, or the single vineyard in English.
Hi, I'm Christoph Neumeister from Austria, actually Vulkanland Steiermark in the south of Austria.
Hello, I'm Johannes from the winery Gross. I'm from South Styria in the village of Ehrenhausen.
My name is Katharina Tinacher, and I'm from the Lackner-Tinacher estate from Südsteiermark.
Yeah, hello, my name is Wolfgang Meitz. I come from Ratsch in South Styria, Austria.
My name is Eric Polz. I'm from the Polz Winery in South Styria.
Kochani, mamy nadzieję, że wiecie więcej, rozumiecie więcej na temat Styrii. My właśnie skończyliśmy degustację 60 butelek. Crazy 60 butelek, przede wszystkim Sauvignon.
Zęby.
O, wow.
Jezu, nie mogę ich dotknąć, ponieważ mam nadzieję, że wiecie jedno po tym odcinku. Kwasowość naprawdę wysoka, ale za to jaka przyjemność.
Wspaniałe wina, wspaniałe wina. Próbujcie Styrii. Dzięki, że z nami byliście. Komentujcie, jeżeli lubicie Styrię lub też jej nie lubicie, lub też lubicie cokolwiek innego w winie. Łapki w górę, jeżeli Wam się podobało. Pamiętajcie o to, żeby nas wspierać na Patronite. I co środę o 17:00 widzimy się właśnie tu na kanale Ale Wino.
I koniecznie pojedźcie do Styrii, ja byłam i jest przepięknie.
A ja mam nadzieję, że nas jeszcze raz zaproszą, będziemy mogli coś nagrać tam na miejscu. A w międzyczasie pijcie odpowiedzialnie i do zobaczenia. Pa!
Kochani, musicie koniecznie też obejrzeć nasz odcinek pod tytułem Wszystko o Austrii.